Hi, everyone, and welcome from your intuition queen to a new energy of the week. Pick a card. Um, this is for the week of the 9th of September, but whenever this video finds you, maybe there is a message for you. So feel free to go ahead and pick a card, even if it feels like it's not the right week. My name is Mara, aka the Intuition Queen. I help entrepreneurs and creative people to really empower themselves, trust their intuition, make choices that are aligned to their soul's desire, and release any blockages that might be in the way. That could be energetic blockages, emotional stuff, anything that is holding into your subconscious, your energy field, and your emotions and your limiting beliefs, so that you can really learn to understand who you are without all of those things limiting you, and take action towards your dreams, whatever they are. All right, so I use oracle cards because I really think it's a fun tool to play with to get more messages from your intuition. Sometimes I know from what my clients tell me, we don't really understand the messages of our intuition, or we need a little bit of a kick in order to make sure that what we're hearing is correct. And oracle cards for me are a great way to do it. They're fun, they're beautiful, and they have a variety of different messages. So, talking about this week, what I've been feeling lately in conversations with my clients, with people, and looking at what's going on with me, we are in the midst of some really important changes in our lives. Some of us kind of know what are the changes coming, and some of us don't really know. So there are a few situations that might be playing up in this moment, and see which one applies for you. Some of us are feeling extremely stuck, are feeling like something needs to change, but either we don't know what, or we are afraid to make the changes. And so we are in that situations where we don't know. Sometimes the reason is we fear the unknown, we fear what we don't know, and so we stay there to see if anything changes. So hopefully the message that you will pick will help you and guide you towards this. If you are in this situation, my suggestion is to help you. um, my suggestion is to really tune into yourself and see what are the messages, and take little small actions. You don't have to do drastic changes, but sometimes it really is about shifting. And we are in Virgo season. We just had a partial solar eclipse. We're gonna have next week a lunar eclipse. So those are really intense energies, and then we have the equinox, so we're starting a new season. So there is a lot of changes, and as you know, Virgo is the sign of having everything perfect and have everything in the right place. So decluttering your space, decluttering your life, however that applies to you, might be one great way to actually shift the energy around you so that you can get more messages. A lot of you instead are going through some really pivotal situations where, and I heard this a few times, where especially in the spiritual community, if you have services of a certain kind, a lot of people are kind of feeling like, I'm not sure I want to continue to do this. I'm not sure I want to have those kind of services. Like, I feel like I need to upgrade, I need to change, but either I'm afraid or I don't know how to do that, which is a very similar situation to the one that I talked to you about before, but it's more specific. So if you are in this situation, stay connected to your intuition, because messages are coming. And if you're feeling this desire to make changes or to share more of you, follow that, because we're all being pushed to create something that it's, first of all, has solid foundation. So wherever you don't have solid foundation, a big change is going to come to you. so that you get into alignment into that. And I've been hearing a lot of people going back into corporate because maybe money with their business is not enough, and that's okay. If that's your story, that's absolutely okay. Sometimes we need to make changes and we need to take action, even if it's not what our mind and our plan wants us to do. But in order for us to be free and create something, maybe sometimes we need to do something that it's not necessarily what we want. And it's for a period of time, it's not forever, but it's going to give you what you need in order to get there. So this could be going back to corporate, but could be anything else, going back to something that we thought we had closed a cycle with. And maybe it's not really closed. Maybe there is another lesson to learn. And I've been hearing a lot of this, not sure what to do, how to do it, and undecisiveness and not knowing. Tune in, trust your intuition, and trust that there is something better coming. And it might just not be what you want, or it might just be even better than what you wanted. Okay, so see how that applies for you. Let's see what the cards have in store. I am obsessed with doors. I really love doors. I just feel like there are so many beautiful doors out there. I live in London. There are so many beautiful, colorful doors. I have a lot of pictures of doors in my phone, and a friend of mine told me at a certain point there is a specific reason that I am obsessed with doors, but I don't remember the reason. So I obviously have Divine Doors Oracle cards. So this week I'm gonna ask you to pick a door and see what's the opportunity in store for you. All right, let's go. Okay, so for the ones of you that chose pile number one, this is your door. You chose this beautiful door in a cave surrounded by green. Doesn't look like there are doors, so maybe yes, there is. And the message behind says nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside. So take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. So this message is all about step into your adventure, whatever that is. Get out and start to. It's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to share your gifts. It's time for you to share your message, whatever situation you're in. Maybe you've gone through some deep healing, so you needed to stay within, and now it's time to come out and start to live life again, and just share your energy with other people, share your message with other people, however that applies for you. But this is really about getting out there, being seen, sharing, and being authentic, and just be yourself. It really is time to get out. And I know we're going into winter, so we might just want to be in, but that's metaphorical. So it could be, just get out, start your business, start to share things online, start to share with your community, start to take action toward that thing that you've been wanting for so long. Little action can take you very far. So I chose as the main cards the color cards. I do a lot of color therapy sessions, and you can actually see what a soul alchemy session, which is a color therapy session, is about. Because this week there is an episode of the podcast where I actually share a session with my clients, so you can actually see what I'm talking about. You got the color bronze and says strengthen your body. You can see it's so beautiful, right? So the color bronze is not necessarily a gold, but it has a similar kind of feel. So strengthen your body is about really changing the energy. If we have been in a period of isolation, in a period where we needed to just stay calm and stay within, now it really is time to start moving and take action, and start taking action towards our body, so that when we strengthen our body, automatically we strengthen our mind. And so this is really about, it's time to sharpen up everything. Like when you shift things in your body, you shift your energy, you shift your mindset, because you can see that you can do it. And sometimes doing exercise is really difficult, and especially if you have never done it before, or if you feel tired. But you know that once you do it, then you feel way better. So this is a message on a bigger scale. It's not just for your body, but it really is about start training your mind, your body, your energy to get out of this cave. It really is time. It really is time to get into the new adventure. The color bronze really talks about abundance, but while the color gold is the color of abundance, and it's really like right there, and it's so bright and it's so shiny, bronze is a little bit more grounding for me. It's more like, yeah, okay, but we need to do some work before. It's not all the shine and all the glitter that might just be confusing and not so true. It's about really be grounded. And I feel this resonates, goes back to the message that I was saying to you earlier. It's about creating foundation. So strengthen your body, strengthen your mind, because if you need to get out on an adventure, you need to be prepared. So it really is about preparing yourself to make sure that when you get out there, you're ready. You're ready to take in whatever's coming for you. And then we have Scarlet, Attract Success. There you go. And this is a shade of red. Red is the color of people that are driven, that are leaders, and that are kind of like go, 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 go. So success is there for you, and that's why you need to prepare yourself. You need to prepare your body, because once you get into this whirlwind of success, there are going to be a lot of things for you to do, and it can be very easy for you to get swept into it. So be prepared, create solid foundation, so that once your success comes to you, then you're ready, and you don't self-sabotage yourself, but you can keep it on. And then we have lavender, and it says connect to body, mind, and soul. Lavender is another shade of purple. Purple is the color of intuition, and in order for you to attract and keep your success, you really have to stay connected, mind, body, and spirit, because it's all about, we're all intertwined with one another. And so when you're connected, you're able to listen to your messages from your intuition and expand your success, not just attract your success, but expand your success. So it really is about, okay, now you've gone through the spirit where you wanted to stay within. Now make sure that you prepare yourself for your success, and while you do that, you stay connected to everything within you. And then the next card is a numerology deck, and you got the leadership, and you have orange and magenta and leadership. And we talked about this before when I said to you that red is the color of leadership. So magenta is the color of manifestation, because it's a color related to connecting the spiritual to the material. So it feels to me this is very much connected to your readings. And orange is the color of joy and sexual energy and creativity. So clearly here there is a request from your soul to really step into your purpose, to really make sure that you prepare yourself and you allow yourself to create what really wants to come out, because success is coming as long as you stay connected. And the next card is Lady of the Lake, new beginning, something is about to happen. That's right. Yes, and I don't know if you can see the card, but it's so beautiful. It's like a little bit like the Excalibur sword, and she's coming out of the lake with a sword. So yeah, and it just like it's very mystical and it's really beautiful. There is a new moon here. We just passed it. We just had a new moon here. So there is something about to shift and you probably feel it and you probably know it, or maybe you don't know what that is. And that's why it's important that you focus on your little steps that you need to take on yourself, on your body, on your mind, and you keep creating, you keep doing, because something is shifting, and the way it's gonna shift, it's probably gonna take you by surprise, because maybe you don't think it was gonna happen that much, or it's gonna go beyond your expectations. So this is an amazing reading. Make sure you stay tuned in and feel free to use the colors that popped up from your reading in the next few days, because those are energies that will help you to stay in tune with the energy that you need. When I do color therapy sessions, I always suggest people to connect with their own personal colors, the colors in their color chart, and so you can eat them, you can buy flowers, you can wear them. Feel into them and see how they can actually help you. Okay, let me know if this reading resonates with you. If you want to expand the message and learn a little bit more, you can book a 1 hour oracle card reading, or you can book a color soul alchemy session if you want to learn more about your color chart and what the colors say about your energy. All right, thank you. Okay, pile number 2, you chose this door. And the message is morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning doll, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Well, today in London it's rain, so but I still do my meditation every morning. This is really about just allowing yourself to connect with your inner sun. And if it's raining or it's dark and it's not necessarily a sunny day, it really is about connecting to your own personal sun, to your own personal energy, to your own personal joy, and then let go of everything that doesn't serve you. As I said, we are in a in between period, so you might feel a little bit stressed or like you don't know what's going on, and that's okay. And the first card for you, I'm using color cards here. It's Auburn, ground yourself. So it's kind of like a brown kind of color. So maybe what you need, I just felt that when I picked this door, it's there is a little bit of a scattered energy, so maybe there is a little bit of a fear because you don't know where you're going. Something is shifted or has already shifted, and it's all new, and you're not necessarily sure how to move forward. Ground yourself. It really is about staying connected to yourself and allow your soul to provide messages from you, and don't go into going do mode, but stop for a moment and allow your body, allow your mind, allow your energy to calm down so that you can take better action from that space. And the next card is silver, and it says be persistent. So whatever it is that you're trying to create or you're trying to achieve, it might have been a difficult moment, and it might feels like you want to give up, and that's probably where the scatter energy is. Be persistent, and sometimes that means also adding on something to do. I talked in the introduction about a lot of people going back to corporate, especially in the spiritual world, and sometimes that it's only because we need a little bit of help. And that doesn't mean that we're gonna stop doing what we're called for. It's only that if we talk about money, for example, sometimes we get more clients when we know that we have money coming from somewhere else. And so maybe that is the step that you need to take, but you still can be working on your business on the side and get more clarity because you're not stressed out about money. But maybe this is not your situation, but apply this energy to your personal situation. Sometimes we just need a little bit of help, and it's all about shifting our mindset and our perception of things. So don't be afraid. Don't feel release all the feelings of shame and feeling like a failure. Ask for help. Ask for guidance because you can do it. You have it within you. And if you have this desire, this is within you. You just have to tune in a little bit more and allow help to come through and continue to do what you're doing. That doesn't mean doing it 8 hours a day. Maybe it means doing it 3 hours a day, and that's enough because it's not about doing, but it's about being. It's about the person that you become when you embody who you want to be, you embody what you want to create. Okay. And the next card, it's called Brilliance, Discover Your Sparkle. So it feels to me that maybe, and this is a conversation that I had a few times, I've been in this situation before. Sometimes when we are chasing so much our dream and we are working towards our dream, we get lost in it and we become addicted to taking action, and we leave behind the fun part, and so we don't feel the sparkle anymore because we're just really attached to creating, we are attached to making it happen. And that could be work wise, could be professional, personal life, see how that applies for you. But we start to be so attached to the outcome that all of the fun, all of the sparkle within us starts to kind of dissipate a little bit. And when that happens, it becomes even more difficult to get to where we want to go because it's all work and no play. And it's super important to play. It's super important to have fun. It's super important to feel that passion within. So ground your energy, ground yourself, allow yourself to calm down, think about how you can move forward and make sure to get back into feeling the sparkle. And if that means taking a break, then take a break. Okay. So you are allowed to take a break. And I know we are surrounded by whoever on social media and saying whatever, but it really is about learning to understand how you function energetically and also tuning into ourselves. Our intuition will always tell us, maybe you need a break now, maybe you need to do this. And it doesn't always go as planned, but sometimes it's because maybe we've gone off track and we haven't even realized that because we were so involved in pursuing what we are pursuing. All right. And so the next message is the rainbow. Sweet relief, new beginning, a new way forward. And yeah, and I don't know if you can see the card, but look at how beautiful she is inside the rainbow. So yeah, for me, this reading is really about maybe you need to change course. Not stopping what you were doing before, but maybe what you were doing before needs a little bit of a pause, and because you need to get a different perception, because you need to release the hustle mode, you need to release the worry mode, the fear mode. You need to kind of step back a little, pause, relax, ground, and then once you get into that relaxation, and you know that you don't need to worry about, I'm talking about money because this feels like more like an easy example, but it might just not be that. Then you're able to create something maybe more powerful and you don't need to work that many hours on your business. Or if this is personal, maybe stop chasing that particular person and start to go within and start to enjoy your life and start to do things that are more in alignment to you, and everything else will come along because it's all about energy. It's all about what we put out there. If we put out there stress is going to come back to us. If we put out there calm and harmony and calm will come to us. So really look at yourself and what's going on with you, where do you need to tweak and things, and ground yourself, meditate, because things are going to come to you. And the last card is communication. And this is a gold card. Gold for me is about, in color therapy, is about balance and harmony. And if you don't communicate honesty with yourself first, so it's about telling yourself what is it that you really need. Where do you feel lost, fear? What is worrying you about? And it really is about being honest with yourself and then communicate with the people around you and allow yourself to be vulnerable so that you can actually connect. And when you do that, you will see there is a big shift coming. But for me, this is more about being honest with yourself. There is something that you're trying not to tell yourself. You might not want to be honest about a certain situation or a specific situation, but when you become honest with yourself, everything starts to shift. And maybe that's the shift that you need. But don't be afraid to take a moment, ground yourself, and maybe what you need to be honest about is that, I don't know, maybe you need a job right now, or maybe you need to shift a relationship, or maybe you need help by someone, whatever that could be. But really is about being honest. What do you need right now? Ask yourself, what do you need? What do you need? What is that thing that will help you feel better about a specific situation? And then see what comes through and start, communicating with yourself. And you will see that the messages are going to come through very quickly and very easily. And if you want a little bit help, if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can book an oracle card reading now, or oracle card reading. You can book soul alchemy session. You can just, if you want guidance and if you want to learn a little bit more, sometimes when we are involved in the situation, it's difficult to get a little bit clarity. So maybe help from someone might just be what you need. All right. Let me know if this reading resonated, and like the video, subscribe, share it to someone that might need to hear this as well. All right. Thank you. Pile number 2. Okay. Pile number 3, you chose this door. Looks like a dome door. And it says, Jude Song, a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases. You can find peace within the strangest of places. Oh, wow, that's a really interesting message. Let's see what else comes through. Using some color door or some color cards, because maybe you don't know, but I do color readings. My session is called Soul Alchemy. And yeah, so let's see what is your message. So the first card that came through is magenta. And it says, connect to your deepest inner knowing. So in color therapy, magenta is the color, and it's actually the color of my shirt. And I have this color twice in my color chart. And it's the color related to connecting to the spiritual with the material. So this is really about being connected to yourself and your inner knowing. You already know something. You have already received a specific message, but somehow you might feel like a lost cause, but you might feel like the message is not for you. You might feel like this message doesn't make any sense. And you really need to stay connected and to trust that what you're receiving makes sense. And this is because the next message that you have is connected to the divine, the pearl. And it's number 7. 7 turns into purple. 5 is the color of change and the color of freedom. And then you have cherry. Live an extraordinary life. So I feel like there is something within you that wants to come through. You've been feeling and receiving quite a lot of messages about this, and you know it. but I have a feeling that you don't feel that much connected to yourself. Like you feel like another message. I need another message. So connect to the divine. It feels to me has to be a little bit more powerful than the way you're doing it. Like there is a message of trust here. There is. It feels to me like you're afraid of your power. And so you're not trusting the messages that you are receiving. And although you are connected to the divine, the way you can connect to the divine is way more powerful than you're doing right now. That you're blocking yourself somehow. This is what I'm feeling from you, from the cards I'm receiving. But the moment you allow yourself to stay connected and to really connect to the divine, something amazing is going to happen. Something that goes way beyond your wildest dreams. But you're holding on to something right now, and you're blocking this really empowered connection. You do have it, and you might be using it either for work or for your personal life. But there is more. There is a lot more there than you can possibly know, although you feel it, because the inner knowing is talking about you knowing it. And as I said, magenta is the color related to your connection. You're able to bring spiritual concept down into a very practical way of explaining, but this is also color of connecting to your ancestors and your past lives. So I feel like you're receiving messages from your past, and lessons are being shown to you, and somehow you're not really um you're kind of being resistant about it. So let me know if this resonates, but it feels like this is your message. And the next card is Atlantis. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. So yeah, some of you are holding on to something and they're not expanding as they should. And some other of you, you have this big vision, and it just feels like you have this big vision, you have this big gift. You know exactly what you could potentially do. You know exactly that there is like something bigger for you out there, but there's something holding you back. And I don't know if it's fear or if it's something physical. Here we have a card of the environment, so maybe it's where you're at. Maybe it's the people around you that you feel like you can't be yourself around the people that you have in your life, or you can't be yourself in the place you're living in, and maybe there is a shift that needs to be happening. So green is the color of, so yeah, here, this is what it is. It really is about the people you're surrounding yourself with. So green is the color of love, and normally people that have green in their chart are people that are super loving and super open to the world, and they help a lot of people. But there is also a tendency to be a people pleaser and to put someone else's needs before yours. And now I'm connecting the dots. So I feel like that what is holding you back is you being afraid of the people around you, being afraid to be yourself in front of the people around you, because you know that the moment you stop doing what they want you to do, then they will start to shame you or guilt trip you, or they will change the way, and you're afraid to deal with this, or you're afraid to be alone. And if this is you, I need you to really step into your power, and don't be afraid of what other people are gonna say. You know better, and you know that you have a powerful future in front of you. The moment you step into your power, the moment you start to be authentic and share your gifts and whatever it is that you can do in a way that is unapologetic. We come into this world with people that are there for a reason. Sometimes they're there to help us. They give us grief and they behave badly with us, but it's really they are there to help us move out so that we can shine on our own, because otherwise we would just stay in that kind of shell. Sometimes those people that are giving us more trouble than anybody else are there to push us into ourselves. Some others are there to stay with us for a certain period of time, and then the energy shifts, and that's when we need to let go of them. So here I feel that there is really a need for you to look at who you are surrounded by and start to understand who you need to let go of, and start to take action toward being authentic, because it's really powerful for you when you start to share your own gift, when you start to be yourself, when you start to speak your mind. You're going to lose some people, but that's okay. They're not meant to be on your journey forever. They're only meant to be on your journey for a specific amount of time, because they have to provide something for you. And that's it. That's everything that they need to do. So let me know if this message resonates with you. And if you want to go a little bit deeper with your message, you can book a 1 hour reading. The link are in the show note, in the description box. Or you can book a soul alchemy session. We can talk about what are the colors in your chart, what needs healing, what are the things that are actually blocking you, and how you can release them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, share this video with someone else. And thank you so much. Leave your comments, and I will see you next week. Ciao.